guys, welcome back to my Flash episode review. My thoughts on tonight's episode of The Flash titled All-Star Team Up. And it's really nice to be back after yet another break in the show. Something that's been annoying, all season. Now, non-stop episodes until season finale. Excuse me, I'm a little sick, so bear with me. So, going into tonight's episode, I was expecting a little more considering, excuse me again, how they marketed the episode, it being Barry teaming up with Ray, aka the Atom, and all that. So I had high hopes for the episode, but at the same time, I just didn't feel like it was the best episode for a few reasons. Some of them just being certain characters and the villain, and I'm going to go into detail right now about how I feel. So the main thing that I had a problem with was it starts and ends with Felicity, which is odd because I love the Felicity. If you guys watch my Arrow videos or anything like that, you guys know I love Felicity as a character, and I prefer when they write her strong and all that. But tonight I didn't like her at all. I really didn't. So when they had Barry talking to Felicity and all that, there were times where I honestly felt like Felicity just wasn't thinking clearly. And what I mean by that is that she blatantly just ignores everyone's secret identity. She's like, oh Thea killed Sarah. Oh, Laurel's new Black Canary. Ray is and then telling Ray oh, Barry's Flash, no big deal. And Felicity is the one telling Wells earlier in the season it's not her secret to tell about Oliver, but yet she tells everyone else's secret to Barry. I mean, yeah, it's Barry, but still that's crossing a line, and to me that felt really out of character for Felicity. So when that was going on, I honestly just felt like it was really out of character. So watching that, I felt really uncomfortable, made me not really enjoy Felicity in the episode. I mean, yeah, there were moments where, it was Felicity being Felicity. But overall, I just didn't like how she was handled in this episode. And this kind of ties into how I feel about her and Ray's relationship in Arrow. I've never really been on board with it. I've tried giving it a chance. Because I know it's not endgame. I know it's going to end eventually. I just don't like them being together. So having them come over to Central City unannounced, not even letting Barry know. It's okay, Felicity, you've come to Central City 3 separate times now, and well, at least it's that we've seen. I mean, she came when Barry was in the coma and all that. But what bothers me is that she came unannounced twice now, and it's just, why can't you just let Barry know hey, I'm coming? And she's why? She's so bothered by Barry being, acting all weird, and she's not trying to be understanding. It's well, first of all, Felicity, you and Ray literally came out of nowhere. No, you came unannounced. You didn't let Barry know anything was going on at all. He's oh, I'm here. We need to get the suit fixed. And oh, by the way, I told him my secret identity. No big deal. Sorry. Seriously, and they just blow it off. Why would they do that to Felicity? Why would they do that in general? That's not how the character really is. It's just there's so many problems with Felicity in this episode. I didn't really like her too much, which is sad because I like her in general in Arrow. But for some reason, they felt the need to botch her character entirely tonight, and it took me out of the episode when she was on screen. So tonight was the first time I really disliked Felicity. So there's that. And then the villain was weak. I mean, she was just kind of there. I mean, there have been worse villains in the show, but tonight, she wasn't terrible, but she just didn't really do anything. At least that. I think she's that great a villain. I mean, yeah, the actress seemed okay, but she didn't really have a whole lot to work with. She was just sitting behind the computer pretty much the entire time. So, well, other than that, those are just my big issues with tonight's episode. Other than that, I thought it was a good, solid episode coming back from the break. Again, I was expecting a little more, and more actual Flash and Atom team up, which we didn't really get any of at all, really. But one of the things one of the few things I actually did enjoy about tonight's episode was, the banter between Ray and Cisco. That was something that I actually really, excuse me again, that actually really enjoyed. It's fun seeing their banter, and that's where I think, because I've had reservations about Ray as a character on Arrow. Excuse me again. And my problem has been, he doesn't necessarily fit in Arrow's world. So that's why when it comes to Flash, he's a perfect fit. I think he's better served with Flash and his supporting characters than Arrow and his supporting characters. So I mean, obviously there's gonna be like the spinoff starring him and a bunch of other characters in the shows. So it'll give him a chance to shine in his own light. But I think that this is where he fit better, and it made me enjoy the episode because this is what I'm kind of looking forward to. Because again, like I said, I see him as more of a Flash character than an Arrow character. So there's that. Going into what I also enjoyed, seeing Tina McGee again. It's always nice seeing her again. Well, the character of Christina McGee, played by Amanda Paisley, I think is her name, like the actress from the original Flash TV show. She actually played the same exact character. Excuse me. So it's always nice seeing her. I wish we saw more of her and less of like the antagonistic kind of character she plays. But I mean, like it's just nice seeing her in general. Nice throwback to the old Flash show. The opening scene that was pretty cool. With catching the bad guys and the whole car thing, and that was pretty cool. Um, it was nice seeing Barry open up to Felicity about the whole Reverse Flash thing and his reservations about that. I mean, while I didn't like Felicity in this episode, I did like how Barry was finally able to be open and honest and tell someone. So I think that was nice to watch. And even one of the things I actually really enjoyed, well, despite my actually, this brings up another issue I should have brought up earlier. I'm really getting fed up with everyone lying to Iris. I really am. Like I don't know how most of you guys feel about Iris, but to me, she doesn't deserve how badly she's been treated by the writers, and it's not fair because Iris is such a great character. I've gone in detail in this before how much I hate just treating characters just as love interests, and I feel like that's what they kind of like leave. That's what they do with Iris. She's like essentially becoming like another Lana Lang from Smallville, a character who I hated throughout the entire show. And it bothers me because there's so much more, there's so much potential there, but they just don't utilize Iris. They just kind of have her like her story doesn't matter, like what she's doing doesn't matter. Like everyone just lies to her like, oh, no big deal. Everyone's saying like, oh, we just have to protect her. Protect her from what? Like what's her knowing gonna do? Like what's it really gonna do? I mean, sure, he puts herself out there in these dangerous situations she has in the past. So how is telling her really gonna affect anything? I mean, literally, even Eddie brought it up, like Iris, like being the only like. So when Barry's like, oh, Felicity knows. He's like, so everyone knows but Iris. Like that's where like he's like speaking for the fandom, you know. He's frustrated because like Iris, she at this point she should know. So that's just my big thing. I'm tired of everyone lying to Iris. Just be honest with her. What's gonna happen? Nothing's bad is gonna happen. Nothing different is gonna happen. Stop feeding this like idea that like we just have to protect her. Just stop feeding everyone that bullshit, man. Just fucking be honest. Sorry, just that was my little rant about that. But yeah, I mean it was just nice seeing like Barry. One thing that was like nice is Barry defending Eddie because now I've come around on Eddie as a character because I've been like I've had my issues with him throughout the whole season. He's kind of been there, disappears, comes back, and I never really liked him being with Iris, but now like I in this episode I actually liked him, so it was nice having that and having her break up with Eddie and all that. Just hopefully things work out for themselves. I mean we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. But we all know that Barry and Iris are endgame, but at the same time, like now, like I'm actually comfortable with Eddie and Iris being together. Probably because I've been watching it for so long now that I'm more used to it. So it's nice. Now I like seeing them together, but now they're broken up. So I guess we'll see what happens. But what else is there to talk about? Let's see. Overall, yeah, I think that's just about it. Sorry, tonight was just like it was a good episode. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, there's the whole Reverse Flash thing and bringing it. Oh, because another thing I enjoyed was Cisco. Actually, this is kind of questionable. I mean, I liked it, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the whole Cisco remembering Wells killing him from the timeline before Barry ran back in time a few episodes ago. I don't know how that makes any sense. If why would Cisco be the only one who remembers something like that, or how he can remember it if time was altered? That doesn't make any sense to me. I understand why they're using it. I mean, like, I like it. Like, he's actually, like, now he's not being, like, hesitant and being like, oh, there's like, nothing wrong with Dr. Wells. Like, he's a perfect man. Da, 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 da. So it's nice seeing them being like, yeah, like in my dream, like Wells is the Reverse Flash, and he killed me. So hopefully like logically explain that, because it doesn't make sense. I like it, but it doesn't make sense. So yeah, there's that, and just bringing in Caitlyn and Cisco and the whole thing by the end of the episode. This is where I think like Caitlyn is gonna start going downhill. Like I sensed it in this episode. So yeah. So I think that'll be it for me, guys. So until next week, have a good one.